Hey there, and welcome back to Daily Challenges, an educational monster train series where we try to push score on the daily leaderboards. I am fueled by the power of sugar right now. I had a cinnamon roll from Cinnabon, in case that place exists where you're from. I'm not actually sure if it's worldwide. I have no bloody idea. Anyway, it's pure sugar. There is absolutely no nutritional value in it whatsoever. There's maybe some bread, kind of. That doesn't count. All right, it's sugar. We're on a sugar high and we're playing daily challenges. What is this today? I don't even know. I forgot. I looked at this an hour ago and then have just been on this screen ever since. Today it is Penumbra with Fracture. Fantastic. Sure, why not? Seems good. Nothing wrong with this clan combo. We just ignore Umbra and play the other one. Oh, but look at this. We have If I Had a Hammer. We get to start with Heph. I actually really love these because it completely warps the run in a very fun way. You get good old Wingmaker here, which is obviously a lot stronger than Heph is. Heph is fine, I guess. She's a big stat stick early game, but very rarely becomes an important part of your run. Now, however, Wingmaker almost always does, because it's really good. One track mind, so we're always going one path. We might never see the stuff we want, fun. And then Pain Train, enemy units enter with spikes. Cool, why not? I have no fear. Fight them. So, the scores look pretty all over the place, actually. We've got a bunch of 60s in the top 10, which is unusual. But then we also have someone who scored a 78k, which means they figured it out, right? They got the path that got the win. So, that's a huge jump from number 1 to number 3. So, it's not a tall order to get into the top 10. It will be a tall order to figure out what gets the big numbers, though. I guess we'll find out. Maybe we run into it, maybe we don't. Our previous run, we ended up with a number 8 finish, which is pretty decent. I was doing an Paraffin Enforcer quick Damage Shield 3 draft line behind a Tycoon Lady of the Reform to earn money. Money is the only reason I managed to push into the number 8 slot, which is good, but I'm trying to remember the exact details. I honestly don't remember who got number 1 or why. I remember there was something I completely whiffed on. I think it was in another path. Oh yeah, there was an Overgorger, right? Yeah, it was Overgorger Shroud Spike business. And I just never saw that, so it was never even an option for me. Yeah, seems good. All right, well, let's play some Monster Trains. Get in on it. As always, do like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. I bet you all have, but it's fine. Let's click the button. Let's start that run. Hiya! Look at that, I'm a genius. I remembered to actually turn off mods before this. Fantastic. Alright, well, I hope you're all doing well today. I'm doing great. I've had sugar. Now, the second all that sugar wears off, it's going to be, a very different day. But for now, we're doing great. Look at that, there's Heph. Neat. Alright, let's see. As before, we are default Umbra, default Wurmkin. We're facing Dace Talos, Rage Fell, Chase Seraph. We have Making of a Morsel, Echo Transfer, Void Binding. All good cards. Damage scaling is pretty well handled here. We have Making of a Morsel if we end up on some kind of a morsel line. Purple situation is a little bit weak thanks to the lack of infused cards, right? And the addition of Wingmaker, which is also not infused. So Echo Transfer might be a little weak, but we'll have to see. You know the mutators, I just read them off. Alright, we're going for every single Pact Shard. Today, temples are on 3, 4, 6, 7, and 8. 5 temples. That makes this difficult to get all the infusions. We're going to need, what, 10 units to pull that off? We start with 5. That's tough, but we'll try. I'm going to be drafting pretty much everything, I think, in order to make that quota. So, interesting. What else do we have? I almost forgot to read the entire rest of the node generation. Dupe on Steel Side on 8, nothing great. A removal dupe on 7 is cool. Steel Shop with Cave competes. Magic Shop Cave on 6 competes with Trinket Shop, Vortex, Horde. The Trinket Shop's good if we have money. I mean, the thing is, none of this really matters because I don't get to make a decision on this run, so we're kind of glossing over some of the details. There's Steel and Magic on 5. Steel Shop's better, has the Vortex in the Cave. Magic Shop, no Steel on 4. Means we get double steals rather in the early game, and we do. A decent spread on banners. Fortunately, because we have both banners on Ring 2, we're guaranteed at least one of them, so we'll see which we end up on. Then both sides on 3 are pretty decent. You've got a Wurmkin banner and a Steel Shop competing, so that means that you're guaranteed one or the other. So, pretty okay. Hardened Hull. This is such a... it's such a shot in the dark, huh? It's a real shot in the dark taking this. It's also very slow. I've tried Endless Egg in dailies before. It wins, of course. The line is solid. The problem is it's so slow. Cleansing water's not fantastic, though. Is it worth the opportunity cost? I'm going to take the cleansing water because I do think that there's the possibility this provides some value. And I've been punished repeatedly on taking eggs in this. I'm going to go with... oh, buddy, is it Architect or Glutton? It's got to be Architect, right? It just has to be, I think. Yeah. I always humor Glutton on dailies because there's worlds where you can go absolutely ballistic with it, right? I took the trial, of course. I'm going to be doing that on pretty much all of these. Let's see. We go... I'm going to... oh, there's no, right. I'm over here thinking to myself, ah, right, there's no Ember Drain here. I always forget that detail. Anyway, she tramples everything. Oh, but wait, I forgot I'm supposed to be playing bottom floor, aren't I? Well, true. I should have played her top floor, Penumbra bottom floor. We're going to see if we can come up with some solution that doesn't feel too terrible here. Maybe I can win with just tons of morsels upstairs. But yeah, I should have Architect downstairs. If I mess that up, well, I'll fix it, right? Honestly, not bad floor when you think about it. Pretty decent, in fact. We might actually pull it off. Yeah, we actually are super fine, as it turns out. The run is actually just completely free. Cool. Good job. Great. Well, we won on bottom floor and got everything. Great work. Covenant 1. Who knew it was so simple? Now, do I take this Perils? I think I do, just in case I end up on a holdover angle. Although if I see that, it's what? Wingmaker for sure, probably? For sure, probably. Definitely very convincing. Perils of Production is very good, but again, I have a lot of offensive scaling already. I guess I have the Void Binding. It doesn't hurt, right? I think so. I think we'll grab it. Purple Echo Transfer is better than the other Echo Transfers. I think it's also better than Proclamation here. I will take the purple one here, I think. It's good. More damage is nice. We end up on Wurmkin side. Okay. Permafrost. Look at the Wurmkin banner real quick. I'm definitely taking the Carver here. That's a for sure. I'm going to take the money, absolutely. -1s with a Carver. Immediately you're like, all right, I need to infuse, right? That is important. +10, no, I'm going to save that. I only have the one magic power card, by the way. Keep that in mind. I do think remove consume is not it. -1. I'm going to keep making fractures cheaper. That's decent. We're going to move on. We should crush combat too as well. Unit trial. Yeah, sure. Why not? We'll look at it. Look at that. That's cleansing water in action right there. Now, Heph down does clobber pretty much everything. I'm going to put Carver in here. And we're going to... I guess I could have put a purple downstairs. That would have been fine. But I do want to buff the floor. That is important. So we're going to put this purple downstairs. Purples go down. I'm going to put the damage on a Penumbra here. If we get one lifesteal morsel, it's just sort of over. It's great. I actually think we just click Void Binding here and it's definitely over. Just no question about it. I don't need to click anything else. Yeah, over. Great, simple. She does simply way too much damage in the early game to really be threatened by anything. We get all the stuff. Space Prism is purple and decent. Prismal Dust, I don't think so. Immortal Trade is, I mean, good. I'm not imagining I don't feel like we're gonna get lucky and hit these magic shops. And you can't really rely on upgrades here, right? So I think I'm gonna grab this Space Prism. There's a few reasons this could be decent. I have a tendency to draft a lot of cards. I'll take the Shelter. I draft a lot of cards in the early game, which is interesting and not necessarily great. Shadow Siege is pretty tough to play, but I'm okay taking this gamble because of a few things. The main thing that makes it worth trying is that I'm always having Heph in my hand, so him drawing on turn 1 doesn't put me behind, really. You know? Large Stone. If we see sketches, I'm in. Wingmaker gets this plus 30. That's good. I'm going to put the intrinsic on Space Prism, I guess, for funsies. Infusion-wise, I have no idea. I guess I could... You know, I could just give her... that's funny. Let's re-roll this shop real quick. See what I hit. Quick, huh? Interesting. There's a world where I put Shadow Siege into Heph. Right? It's extremely funny. It's really funny, actually. Right? I actually really don't hate this in a hilarious sort of way. I have to take something here, so I am going to do this, actually, as bizarre as it is. Look, this is Sugar Rush going to town, okay? I don't know what anyone else expected from me or anyone here. We're all just going nuts. Hit these caves. Give me a tiny stone. No? Coward video game. Truly cowardly behavior. Petty Theft is actually not good here. Although I don't hate having another source of something that can take magic power. This is something that we are a little bit behind on. I'm actually going to grab Petty Theft just for the magic power slots, so I have upgrades. Take this, doesn't matter, we move on. I'm not taking quick. I want to see if I can hit a multi-strike somewhere in this run. We'll see, though. It's hard to gamble on that and know. Cool, so we go Penumbra, Space Prism, and then you airdrop in Gigantor Heph and just trample everything. Cool. Look at her. Look at the size of this woman. I've never seen be that large. Look at the size of this woman. Are you serious right now? This is unreal. Her head is through the roof. That's, like, literally, that's the roof, and her head has punctured through. That's fantastic. Honestly, just send it. We're going to put the jeweler in front so the boss gets punched here. And then we're going to put up some armor for funsies. Seems good. There's 156 damage on the boss. I like that number. Great. Take a Shade Splitter here. I was kind of hoping for... Could have put that in front. I was kind of hoping for, what is it called? A lifesteal. Single lifesteal morsel and this absolutely goes mad, but that's fine. Go ahead and do a whole bunch of damage. I actually can't play this miner because it does die, which is sad but true. I think we win this, like, automatically, right? Yeah, we just do. It's fine, it turns out. Cool. Well, bottom floor, I guess. I don't think there was a world we got a top floor there. Eternal Kinstone helps a lot with the Echo transfers. It's also itself purple. I actually do think that's a good card here. I have to draft stuff is the thing. Because remember, I need to do, what? 4 more infusions? 1, 2, 3, 4 more infusions. I can presently do 2.5. So, sure. What is the least bad card I could... I'm going to take Morsel Maker. Great, sure. Draw cards? Yeah, okay, sure. Seems good. Great news. Fantastic. Monster Train. Video gaming. Alright, we're going that direction, I guess. Fair enough. The Horde today says Echo Seedling. Do I have a consume card? Shelter? Well, Space Prism. Alright. Look, I'm cooking. I could maybe play 2 Hephs. Yeah, absolutely. Let's do it. And then, what else? Plus 30? Again? Now, this is the moment where we must ask ourselves, do I plus 30 Wingmaker twice? Yeah, I think so. And then we just dupe this thing whenever we actually get shown one. Intrinsic today is going to be on an Eternal Kinstone. The infusion is to get rid of the Morsel Maker. We're going to put that into Shard Soul Carver real quick, and then almost certainly remove that. I mean, there's no reason to. Yeah, I guess there's no reason to. We'll leave him in, sure. What do you remove then? That's the real question. I guess like if you remove enough cards that aren't great, you could potentially make the perils fairly consistent here. So I actually don't hate the idea of just cutting these echo transfers, like the bad ones, and keeping the good one. We're gonna go in on Architect for sure. More space. Eventually, I think with the Echo Seedling, we'll be able to play a second Heph, which is fun. Mark of Invasion. This means we're going to play this a little differently, right? Yeah, that means here we're going to drop Penumbra Carver downstairs, and Heph lives up top. And then we're going to go ahead and Space Prism a few times here. And then I will play that out. Yeah, okay. This is, I think, fine. We lose the Collector, but that's okay, I think. Heph's doing a lot of work upstairs, which is good, of course, but... Or a little... Maybe that's... maybe that wasn't a right play. I'm not sure. We'll see. Alright, we do see some stuff that's nice here. I'm gonna go ahead and work on this floor a bit. Toss the shelter down. I'm actually gonna play the Train Steward, then toss the shelter down. I think that's gonna be good. Heph is just kind of cruising these upper floors pretty effectively, which is great news. Play the Train Steward to tank. Heph holding down the fort. And we win downstairs pretty confidently. So, yeah, the weird stuff you can do, I guess. I don't have much else to add besides it's strange, but we do get the bottom floor kill. And Heph held down the fort. We only missed the Collector because it ended up on middle. I do not want Crucible Extension, Feast, Grovel, no thank you. Ancient Resonance is not bad. It's also a better plus 30 magic power pick than the money Petty Theft. Sure, I'll take that. Broken Memories, maybe. What do we end up on? Well, no Steel Shop for me, buddy boy. Alright, first Hell Pact. There are good hits for that in this clan. Improved Firebox is also solid, I suppose. It's okay. Sure. I could see either of these ending up nuts. First Hell Pact prospectively maybe gives me Awoken Rail Spike nonsense if we see the event. It's very hard to predict, though. I think I'm going to go with the Firebox just to improve my turn 1. A lot of cool stuff can come out of that. I think, going to keep Petty Theft and then just make it a 20 consume now. Sure. -1s are still good. I'm going to put one into Eternal Kinstone. Permafrost, I don't think I need this. Let's re-roll that, see what we hit. We do hit a Holdover. I actually think Holdover Perils is great here. It's a good spell chain target if we see it eventually. And I think we're kind of cruising. Cool, I'm going to save a lot of cash here. We don't need to spend much. I'm just buying the things that are pretty accessible. And we should crush, right? I don't see any way that this doesn't go in our favor. Incoming the man. Now then we go, right, because the way you want to go is you go Carver, because we're hitting the Space Prism double tap here. Then we get Heph. Then we get the Kinstone, then we can reap in the back, and we're good to go. Okay. We should be able to reap... Actually, I can just play the Train Steward middle, and we're absolutely fine. So... Alright, that's good. That middle floor man is present, which is mildly amusing to me. I can actually get money with him, though, which is great. I'll take cash. Wingmaker, sure, we'll play it. I'm going to take this miner and leave it in. I don't want him to get cleaved out. Sure. All seems good to me. Play some stat buffs, whatever. Here's a Train Steward. We're in a pretty decent state, I would say. There's really not a lot to add other than that I feel pretty good about the state of our run. Pretty confident we completely Shadow Realm this man. You know, the stupid Carver is actually doing a respectable amount of work too, which is extremely funny, but maybe he stays in. Maybe. Alright. This does move really quickly when you don't have to make any real decisions at all. There's really nothing I have to do. It's just, okay, I play the cards that I have. Engine upgrade is dead with the holdover on perils. We're going to skip for cash. Ambient charge. We get another chance at broken memories here. There's possibly some kind of nonsense with an ambient charge infinite. I don't want to kind of mess with that right now. If I bring back... If broken memories were purple, I might care more. I think I'm just going to skip this. I think we have what we need of this stuff. See where we end up. We do not see that magic shop. Okay, fair enough. Sinner's Salve, not a bad call. Hell's Banners. I mean, we do have morsels, I suppose. That's Ember. It could generate Ember. It's probably worth more. Sure, we'll take it. Give me a Spell Chain. Incredible. Spell Chain on my Perils. Fantastic news. Tendon Piercing on my Ancient Resonance. Fantastic news. Infusion. We're going to keep doing it for as long as we can. I need to draft 2 more units, I think. Or I don't know how else we're going to make it. I'm going to remove that guy I just infused because he is not necessary. And what do you cut now? Great question. What is the cut? It's probably not a purple. It's actually, I'm just going to get rid of a Making of a Morsel here. That's fine. We'll look vaguely at this, see what we hit. Pirestone Housing, Abandoned Entumbra, a Split Anvil. All decent. None of these are game winners, so I'm going to save my money. Karuska is tempting as an energy source. There's a lot of things that could really do, right? Energy source, but also... There's other... Karuska's really strong. I removed 2 of the Echo transfers, but they were not the strong ones anyway. I'm also not that reliant on my infusions, right? The Echoes are not that important. So, how important is Karuska actually? Not very, probably. Hopefully we hit a Steel Shop in the next 2 rings. We've got 2 chances. It would be nice to actually be able to maybe, I don't know, get a dupe or to upgrade Heph with something. I was kind of banking on maybe seeing a multi-strike, but we haven't rolled into him in a while. So that's a bit of a bummer. I'm not going to buy this because I don't think it's that important to us. But yeah, I don't think it's that important to us. I'm almost certainly leaving in this Carver at this point, right? I just don't see a reason not to. Yeah, we do the same business. This is the trickery that makes this possible, right? You get this, and then she walks in front, and then we get to drop stuff, and then we literally blow up the whole floor, and it's fine. Yeah. We're cruising. I'm going to go ahead, and we're going to put Fractures down. I'm going to play the... Do I want to get rid of the Train Stewards? I'm definitely dropping this Ancient Resonance on this floor 10 times out of 10. It's just a matter of get rid of a Train Steward or play a Making of a Morsel. Let's play a Making of a Morsel. Seems better. Yeah. Okay, the problem is I need to... How do I approach this? I'm going to actually put stats in front because I do like the Trample option here. I'm going to make 50 gold, which is awesome. Huge fan of that. Put the Fracture on the boss, I suspect, is the play. Yeah. Some damage, I guess. It's fine. Yeah, I want to put the damage in front because she tramples, and this is a relevant point for us. So, that is... Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, okay. Oh no, my guy died. It's fine. Her trampling through does matter. Okay. So, what is the plan now? Let's keep reaping her. It's fine. I'm not going to be able to do anything here with this miner, so I guess I'm just sacrificing it. It does not matter. I'll take the 2 scaling. Doesn't change anything. I mean, unfortunately, I don't see how we managed to pull off a pre-relentless here, but that's okay, I suppose. It's tricky, right? I don't feel fast, and I don't feel like I have that many choices, but I'm very effective, right? This is working pretty well, I would say. Get some Ember, I'm going to play the Miner, I'm going to blast this floor. It pushes like 400 damage through to the boss, it's respectable. We go to Relentless, and we obviously win from this position. Not really a concern at all. It's even though that's a ton of damage coming in, I mean, it doesn't really threaten us that much. Yeah, sure, seems good. Okay, well, I mean, that's that, I suppose. We're playing bottom floor. Is Kindle worth it? I don't think we're getting this last unit draft. I'll have to roll into 2 units out of the battle, and I don't think that's happening. I've drafted, I think, every unit spawn the game has shown me, so... Echoes of the Past is not bad as a final sort of draw of my echoes. I'm not using them for terribly much. I'm actually going to grab that. More damage is fun. It's good. Okay, so let's do the math real quick on this. 1, 2, 3, he's going to give 1, so I'm at 6 space. 7, 8, 9 space. With 9 space, I'm 1 off from playing a second Heph, which is a bit of a bummer, but it does mean that I could draw around into the second one later. I could take space and play second Heph. Now, this, of course, requires a Hellvent on one of these, but it's 50-50 on both times, and the alternative is like a Steel Shop on Ring 7, so either way is good. I think I'm going to gamble on this Light of Seraph because playing a second Heph on turn 1 seems really strong if I can do it, and I would like to do it. We end up on Steel side, so no dupe there. Now that's still good. Oh, buddy, I'm going to need to take another... I'm going to need to take, as it turns out, another Magic Power card, huh? Alright. Final Infusion, Train Steward and a Train Steward. Alright, we get all of our points. I'm going to go ahead and look at the cave after this. Do we see something great? Large Stone's not it. Pyre Health. I'll trade Pyre Health here. Yes. Refined Void, fantastic, actually. This is easy because there is, wait for it, health right there. Now, I am not taking this large stone. I am going to put a plus 25 in Carver here because he's not getting another upgrade. That's fine. Bummer. Okay. There's a 50-50 shot. I think we should quick Heph, as unfortunate as that is, because there's just, we can't control our next drafts. I'm going to put a plus 25 in Carver here. This is a bit of a bummer, and I've already skipped Pyrestone Housing, so that's that, right? But I think this will do. Because there's a 50-50 shot, we don't even see the steel shop, and then we're just weaker. We definitely should not try to game it too badly. Reminder to self, I do want a, what's it called? I would like magic power object. Right. It's a good turn one. I'm a fan of this. Play the important stuff here. Airdrop in Heph. Alright. I'm not afraid of the Ember Drain, fortunately. Thanks to the wee-woos in the distance. No, actually, thanks to my, what's it called? Ember Drain play. I do see Excavator, which is fantastic, so I'm just going to eat this hit and not feel bad about it. Because she'll heal here, which is great. Blast an enemy, convert the enemy into money. Fantastic work. Great job. Alright. Now here, this is a good turn for us to be like, ah yes, and then I shall play Echoes of the Past, right? We get a whole bunch of armor, and then we airdrop in 60 attack there, which is nice. Big fan of that. And we keep pushing her numbers up because she tramples. This is actually super important. Yeah, unfortunately, these morsels do pass away. Because she doesn't finish the job against the sweeper. Let's play the bad ones upstairs. I'm going to leave the excavator in. Drawing that again for the relentless play is strong. So, anyway, let's keep making numbers. I'm going to go ahead and reap my own little buddy, so I can go ahead and Echoes of the Past here. I guess I'll hit the Wingmaker for no real reason. We should be fine. Yeah, we get through. Look at that. Draw the excavator. Completely swings this. Fantastic. We hit the Void Binding as well, so we're actually super okay, but straightforward. Okay. I tell you what, that random Carver has 134 damage. It adds up, so we'll take it. We can't get the last... What's it called? We cannot get the last infusion here. I'm on the search for something that says magic power. None of these cards do. Wow, none of these cards do either. Okay. Bummer. Now, could we potentially pre-relentless Seraph? No, not chased. I was going to say with Wurmkin, Spike, or Soul Cripple. Forgotten Trade is fine, but it slows me down. I don't see the reason for it. That's a bummer. Okay. Where do we end up? No Steel Shop, no dupe. It's a tragedy, but it is a good thing that I picked the upgrades when I did. We'll say that. Winged Technology is a pretty decent tank for us. Holdover. Now that's interesting. Holdover is interesting. What do we end up with in this temple? Oh, we didn't low roll the... What's it called? We didn't low roll magic power here anyway, so that's good. Interestingly, intrinsic holdover is super on the table. Void Binding represents, what, 12 damage a turn? Echo Transfer represents more? I could intrinsic holdover this, and it's free because of the Eternal Kinstone. Yeah, the Void Binding is obviously good because damage shield, right? Of course, 100%. But I'm going to go ahead and intrinsic the Echo Transfer. The -2 here is going into the Void Binding because it might as well put it somewhere. We're going to go ahead and I think the removals here are one bad Train Steward and Do we take the damage shield stuff? I'm going to cut the last making of a morsel here. I don't think it's that relevant. Holdover here is going into the echo transfer for sure. Remember, money is points. So the question is, do I need winged technology for anything? There is value if I see a lifesteal morsel. It's a shame I skipped the immortal trade when I did. That's a real goober play on my part. Although if memory serves, I'm not sure which card I took instead. That might have been the Space Prism moment. Yeah, I mean, Perils and Space Prism seem like they've been doing a lot more work. Unfortunately, the Space Prism is actually not helping me now, thanks to Architect getting better and us missing a dupe. But we tried our best. If we had ended up on the dupe, man, I took every gamble necessary to play a second Heph on turn 1, so I'm doing my best. I think I'm going to hold out. I don't think the morsels are that important. -1 is also not important. We just sit on this, I think. We've taken all the shards we can. 1335, 2 off from Leet. Not really a lot of decision making. I guess we're going to just hit the chase button at this point. We should win, right? We should win. Eventually, she'll quick slam through a floor, which is pretty exciting, so that's good. Eventually. I wonder if it's right having her in front or Carver in front. I'm actually going to keep Carver in front, I think. The quick means this is not a big deal anyway, so all good. Yeah, they trample some stuff. It's a struggle. It's fine. Okay. Keep making damage numbers big, I think. Let's play the buffs upstairs so I can actually kill some of these guys. We're going to go ahead and face tank on bottom and drop the Echoes of the Past. Man, the fact that we actually can't hold out and keep Carver alive is a real bummer here. Wow. Dang. Alright, so we actually are leaking really badly here. And we've managed to bottom deck all of our solutions. Or one solution we can't play because of Ember Drain. Weird. Alright, so I think, if I'm being honest with you, we need to split up our floor so that they can handle different problems. I think we need to go Penumbra upstairs, as weird as it is. We're going to go Carver bottom floor. Then we drop Heph in. And we try to push as many numbers as we can here. Right? I feel like this has to be it. We can Void Binding to try to keep my man among the living here. Which, shockingly, does work. Wow, that's cool. Nice. And then we keep going. Okay, Carver has somehow lived, which is surprising, I suppose. Right, and top floor collapses since I cannot play the Ancient Resonance because I clicked the Void Binding. I think we have to let Carver go. Yeah, we do. Okay. That is a way of doing it. I mean, I was like, I wanted to save him, but also I get it. So, okay. Penumbra upstairs, downstairs, same business as before. Playing it out. Numbers go up. Fine. Great work. Okay. So we let Carver go. Now, one thing we could do, actually, if we're being honest, you put the Magma Miner in front. We can play this a little better, and you put the Void Binding on him. And the neat thing about that is that it lets him take the tanking, and then when he dies, it's fine. Now we don't have the Ember Drain. I still take Ember Drain. I'm still taking Ember Drain. Oh no. Oh, come on. Okay, how do we approach this? I need to find a way to play this stupid card. Do I split up Carver from... Is Heph bottom floor the angle just her alone? Maybe. And then we do Carver up top? I don't even need the support at this point. It's a little bit of a bummer. We'll play the stuff downstairs so she can hit. She takes like 66 damage here, though. That's a lot. Like, she's dead, right? I mean, yeah, she goes down here for sure. Yeah, she can't take that much punishment here. So she does 100% go down. So can I not play bottom floor with this setup? That seems possible. Can I play middle floor with this setup? I don't know. What a terrible draw order, honestly. And this is crazy because this is one of those things that's extremely my run specific. The fact that I'm not hitting the Perils or the Wingmaker by turn 4 is by turn 3 rather, is crazy. I have 19 cards in my deck. Now, possibly, should I drop the Echo Transfer? Maybe that's slowing me down just enough to cause problems? Alright, sure. Let's try that variant of this where I don't boost my attack score. Okay. It's theoretically okay, right? Sure. You get the Ancient Resonance on this turn when you do that. Interesting. How curious. So then we Ancient Resonance middle and we come downstairs and we buff the floor. Now I'll have to Wingmaker another floor, but we don't get the ability to cast it here, right? Because something had to give. So we lose Carver, and that's probably going to have to... truly bottom-decked Perils. Unbelievable. I've dropped every single card here in order to attempt to make this work. I'm going to try to reap these guys out by Carver. It's a real bummer. I hate losing that. Finally, I get a damage boost. I do see the Ancient Resonance again. Now, if I put 2 Echoes on the floor, can I kill them? What if I drop the Kinstone up here? Oh, man, I'm 1 off, aren't I? That's unreal. Okay, because I really wanted to do it mid-floor, right? Really wanted to do it mid-floor. It's fine. I'll take it out on top floor all the same. Alright, fine. Okay, buff her. Fine. This is not looking good, I would say. This does not feel like this actually beats the boss in any way. I do see the Wingmaker. It's a good play. We'll click it. I am going to tank with a bunch of my stuff here. 14, 8. It's worth more, I think, to actually play the Jeweler. I think this looks much, much better if we could have yeah, this is the turn where we lose a lot here. Dang, alright, I have to play upstairs. I do straight up lose this Gilded Wings, though. This is not a bottom floor angle, I don't think. Our floor has collapsed too much. Perhaps if I had Immortal Trade, I can imagine a world where this makes it, but I don't think this is making it. I think we have to give up some measure of our run in order to pull this off. We're definitely not top scoring this. I have unfortunately not won the lotto here. Let's try a middle floor. Buy ourselves some time, basically, is the play here. Just basically the whole strategy on this one is buy yourself the extra turn, right? It's a little bit of a bummer, of course, but it's not that bad, I don't think. tank with one. It's fine. I'm going to go ahead and shoot somebody here. Seems okay. Fine. Okay. Now, this means I can play the Ancient Resonance up top. Great. I can do some damage on this floor. Great. I can shoot a dude. Cool. We actually managed to achieve something here. Okay. See, like, this stabilizes, right? This makes it there. Yeah, you see the Wingmaker on this turn. Like, you see how this swings in our favor now suddenly. Suddenly we're in a great position for this. We trample some numbers through. Now, this is also going to actually kill the Pyre Wings. Yeah, okay. So, this gets there. Bottom floor just was too much. Now, that's a bummer, right? That's a real bummer. But I will say it's pretty much the only way I think we can get through this. Okay, so we give up, what, 10% score in exchange for this, and that will have to do, I think. I think that'll have to do. We do barely manage to kill these waves, which makes Divinity seem a little bit scary, but, you know, it could be worse. Those mini-bosses are going to cause me some trouble. Let's just be honest about it. It's not ideal. Is she trampling the whole floor? She is actually trampling the whole floor. With that in mind, I think we should just blast the mini-boss, or the boss, rather. Yeah. Yeah, tramples the whole floor and just gets the resolve trigger. Yeah, we do lose, unfortunately, the 10% score. And that is just going to have to be the way it works. Great. Sure. We should crush this boss fight, though. Yeah, we get through it. It's not great, but we get through it. And that will be the best we get. Hey, look, even the man lives. Guy in front manages to pull it out, takes 123 damage, but we managed to get the kill. Divinity is going to be a problem, I suspect. Yeah, I think so. It's kind of a rough run, actually. It's fun, but it's rough, right? We didn't get the dupe we wanted. I spent resources trying to get the dupe. So automatically, like, if I had known that we were never going to hit, we miss both 50-50s on the dupes, nightmare scenario. That is, like, it can happen, right? It's not that unlikely. It's 50% of 50%, so 25%. It's a 1 in 4. I had a 3 in 4 chance of seeing one of them, though. So statistically, I had a good shot. If I had taken a draw here, though, like, that problem on bottom floor Seraph goes away, right? We draw an extra card every turn. So now here, there's really no reason to play one floor over another unless I feel confident that I can set up quick enough. I think I can, so I think I'm going to. The early waves are also nice in that we can actually trample through them pretty respectably. So this is something that the game... What am I trying to say? This is something that Divinity on this difficulty isn't, like, bad about, right? Divinity is simple here, in my opinion. Like, truly, in my estimation, I think we have it good. So, good trample, good stuff. Why does he have Spikes 1? Does anyone know? The mini-boss is dicey. We're just going to hit him for as hard as we physically can. Yeah, that mini-boss is definitely still among the living. That's a problem. Okay, well, let's see what we can do about the mini-boss, huh? It's 20 damage, sure. Okay, sure. I didn't put any effort into that floor, it's fine, it's a little bit of problem. Alright, great work. Not good, you know, fine. He's hitting me for a lot of damage? Oh, I get it why enemies have Spikes 1. I forgot Pain Train is a thing that exists. There's basically nothing I can do about that problem, I don't think. Okay, well, we're gonna eat a whole bunch of damage, it sure seems. I think I can kill this guy in middle with some concentrated effort, so that's at least something. But, ouch. Well, 50% score on the Divinity is gone. Now, fortunately, I don't think we'll have that problem here, as long as I remember to kill this guy upstairs. Great work, go team. That's a bummer. Well, I think we did the best we could there on that one. Play all the purples out. I'm not really afraid of most of this stuff. We should hit Relentless well before this guy walks on me. Wait a second. No, he does walk on me, doesn't he? Hey, wait, that's illegal. He does walk on me. Whoa, whoa. Wee woo, wee woo. Okay, he's dead. We did it. I had a wee woo moment and said, wait, no, that's illegal. You can't do that to me. We do actually barely win. You know what? I don't know how we do better there. Right? Like, think about that for a moment. What? Could I have killed that mini-boss with that draw order? No, I don't think I could have. I mean, maybe you have to drop barrels? That just seems so wrong. I'm gonna let it ride. I don't think we're top 10ing this anyway. We lose 50% on the Divinity. I'm gonna let this ride. I'm not gonna fight it. Yeah, this is not great. 76 damage taken. I don't have a great answer for that one unless I could somehow kill him. But it was really early in the combat. And we didn't draw the Wingmakers in time. I was using, reaps and stuff? So more aggressive removing could have solved that, I think. Yeah, that's a huge bummer. Terrible score. Losing all those points on Divinity puts us in bottom 20. Yeah, easy. So, what in the world did the 78k guy figure out? You've got something crazy? Okay. Yeah, okay, Gorge Penumbra is the play, and then... What? It's what? What? Wait a second. What is this person? Is this Gorge Penumbra and then just... How in the world? This does not... Someone's going to need to explain this to me. This doesn't eat fast enough to actually kill much of anything. Right? I mean, you're flooding your floor is the thing. You play you throw her away bottom floor, I guess, here. And then you play the Carver behind Penumbra. You have to feast first because he fills the floor. And then you can play like your gem trove or something, or cannibalize something, and then get some other morsels. Cool. But interesting. The fun thing is, I played bottom floor on Divinity, and I don't think I actually could have played top because the sweep damage was too high. I think we lose Penumbra easy, but we also lose everything else fast. So I had to play bottom because the Divinity actually was the least threatening, was why I did that, right? Mid floor, he does a ton of damage. I think he punches through Heph in Relentless, so a bit tricky there as well. I think what we had to recognize was that I needed to remove more cards. It's easy for me to get in the habit of conserving all money because money is points and then not spending enough on removals. I think I needed to cut basically every fracture is where I needed to so here's the thing I needed to do. -1s in every shade splitter. Remove every fracture. The Shade Splitters play out the Hell's Banners, which maybe helps sometimes. I don't actually think that's important. I think we actually could have removed all 6 of these. And I think this run, then you draw the Wingmaker fast enough that we can answer that boss. We don't lose 6,000 points. We're looking at a cool collected 68k if I don't botch Divinity like that. 68k puts me at number 5, okay? So that is the difference, right? Look at this. This person right here, exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, they did something completely different. Cool. Like, great. Whatever. Similar, actually, but this is a really good example of what my run should have looked like if I had removed the cards necessary. So that's a lesson learned, I think. I just need to I need to play the game without greeting for dollar bills on points, because this is a great example. I always try to say, if money will save me points, I should spend the money. If money is just making me win more, I shouldn't spend the money. I grossly underestimated my strength here, I think, is the challenge. I also don't think I have a good sense for Covenant 1 growth on mini bosses. That guy was a lot more durable than I was expecting. So that's actually a good point as well. I should respect mini bosses a little bit more on dailies, and I should spend more money on dailies. For sure. For sure. I don't think I paid for a single removal in this run, which is, not how I would play Covenant 25 at all. This is so beyond my normal approach. So, okay, yeah. All right, I think I have some good takeaways from this run that I can use in future dailies that will improve my placements. I think I just need to spend more money on removing bad cards. Also, I mean, the huge gamble I made on the Light of Seraph was devastating. Not seeing a single of those final dupes is devastating, right? Our run looks so, absolutely different in such a big way if we can pull that off. So, and it is what it is. I mean, sometimes it happens, right? One Track Mind especially is very punishing for this. You don't have a choice, right? I can't decide to go and dupe Heph there. I must appease the monster train deities and see if we can roll well. And we just lose the rolls, right? We just roll poorly and that's it. So it is what it is, I suppose. So combo of those 3 factors. And we're going to recap them. 3. 1, just roll better, right? RNG sucks. I mean, I didn't get a dupe. That is what it is. 2, spend more money on removals. I need to do that. That would have saved me 6k points here. That's a lot of points. We were on pace for a number 4 finish if I hadn't botched that. And the problem is I couldn't have just played top floor, right? I know what people are going to ask that in the comments. They're going to be like, why didn't you do that? Look at my floor. My floor collapses very swiftly if I play top floor. Even though Relentless doesn't really matter because it's Relentless on all 3 floors, I don't survive top floor, right? Heph passes away. Shard Soul Carver passes away. Penumbra, gone. So those are tough. And then, of course, the last one is, gosh, I was just describing it. The last one, I think that I talked about removing cards, right? Yeah, pay money to remove cards is a good lesson here, I think. That was, I think, it. And the other one was, I had too much sugar. I can't remember. It's cool. It's there in the video. You all know what it is. Anyway, I'm going to let y'all go there. I don't have anything else insightful to say here. So, hey, thanks a lot for watching this. I really appreciate your time. As always, give the video a like if you want. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And stay tuned for what's next. Take care, folks.